Hello everyone, this is my new Canada Goose jacket here. For the last few weeks I've been cooped up here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. My company sent me out here for a few weeks, so I've been staying in this hotel room here. It's pretty cool, pretty nice I guess. You get a nice view of the downtown Halifax skyline. And it's currently -3, pretty windy outside with a bit of rain/snow, so it's been the perfect opportunity to test out this new jacket and its waterproof, windproof capabilities. So what I decided to do was I got a black one. The material is different this time around. It's you can't really see it, but it's actually a cotton. It's a loro piana, I think that's how you pronounce it, wool. It's called the alpaco bomber. Probably butchering the name, but the main differences between this one and the Chilliwack is it tends to be a much more slim fit, and because it has a higher quality down fill, as well as this new wind resistance system built into it, it can actually look much more smaller and sleeker while still being just as warm, if not warmer. And it also has the nice function of being able to remove the fur here on the hood, so that's a good feature, I guess. I guess I'll just throw it on and show you what it looks like. Alright everyone, so here we are in my bathroom. Unfortunately I don't have a better place to show it off. There's a good full-size mirror here. This should work out nicely. First you can just kind of get an idea of how the jacket is. You'll notice that right away, it's hard to tell from the front, but it isn't actually a slimmer jacket. It's really noticeable more so when you turn sideways. If you see here, you can really see just how slim it is. Normally it puffs out in the back, and you're like this with a regular Canada Goose jacket, but this one, when you stand up straight, it's beautiful. It's perfect. I guess you want to see what it looks like with the hood on, kind of standard stuff, If I did it up all the way, it would look a bit more like the regular one. It kind of looks a bit goofy, but it keeps the wind out, so who really cares, right? Let's see, another noticeable thing about this one in particular is the patch right here. It's not the standard red, white Arctic Circle thing. It's still the same symbol, but for this particular type of jacket, the wool that is, it's actually, a black badge. It stands out a bit more on the navy blue one, I find. So if you really want that to pop, the navy blue one might be a better option for you, but I preferred the black. I just think it goes with more things. I'm wearing jeans right now, so as you can see, it looks pretty decent with jeans. You could also wear dress pants. That's what I've been doing when I go to work every day. It doesn't look too loud. It suits the work environment just fine. That's the beauty of it. Another thing I like about it is you'll notice if you look and compare it to an old, regular, typical Chilliwack, the wrists, normally they have that elastic thing that comes up to your wrist, and it's kind of, let me see if I can just pull one's gauntlet down here. So if you see, that's how a normal Chilliwack looks like, but this particular one has actual cuffs that come up. It looks a bit more practical, a bit more formal. Just a nicer touch overall, I find. Let's see. Also, another thing is, instead of Velcro, there's actual, let's see if I turn it this way. You actually have snap-tight buttons here. I find it's a bit more secure that way. They click in pretty good, and they stay pretty tight. You actually have to pull pretty hard to get them undone. On the side pockets here, you also have the same buttons, so I can unsnap it and snap it. That way, if you don't want them to flare out, if you're not using them, you can just have them pressed against you nicely there. Yeah, they sit up pretty high like the old one did, so it's pretty comfortable if you're walking around. I like it. Another good thing about this is it's waterproof just like the other ones are. I can actually show you a little test here. Let's just turn on the faucet. So it's running pretty hard. No problem, I can just put my jacket underneath it, not an issue. Looks like it's pretty soaked there, but if you notice, the water is actually just sitting on top of the jacket there. It doesn't actually soak in, so if you just give me a second, I'll just wipe it down with a cloth. And let's take a look at it again. And it still looks a bit moist. That's because my towel couldn't get it all up in like the few seconds. But it's pretty much dry to the touch now. Only a few specks that I didn't manage to get off. Like right there. Otherwise, it's completely dry. It's not dripping anymore. If I touch it, yeah, it's not an issue. So if you're caught in the rain, just pull up your hood and you're good to go. You won't get anything. Your jeans will get soaked, your shoes will get soaked, you will not get soaked. So that's always a good thing there. So far, it's pretty windy here in Halifax. Everybody else is freezing their asses off. Umbrellas are getting pulled inside out. I just pop my hood. I'm dry. I don't feel the wind. I'm sure the snow will be the same thing. I won't be in one of those situations where I'm covered in snow. I go inside and the snow melts on me and gets absorbed into the jacket. Not the case. It just simply runs off and just air dries because the liquid sits on the surface rather than being absorbed. If I just had the two buttons here done up. If I open it up, one thing it does have, it has an interior zipper pocket. Before it had a Velcro pocket. This one actually has a zipper right over here. Let's see. Yeah, so it's the same thing, utility pocket. I have a taxi card here from my driver Angelo, but let's not get into that right now. Yeah, it's a nice little pocket. That's the only pocket on the inside. I wish there was another one, but what can we do? You know, what can we do? One thing about the hood that also another thing I'm missing is it doesn't have the drawstrings here to tighten up the hood. You're kind of just stuck with the hood as is. It doesn't really get tighter like that. You know, you just kind of zip it up and it stays on pretty tight. It's not too much of an issue. Well, yeah, what else can I tell you about it? Other than that, I don't really have any complaints. It's pretty good. Just taking a pan around my room here to some finishing notes. I am about 175 pounds. I'm 6'1". I'll go back into the mirror for a second. The jacket I am wearing is the medium. I'm inside right now. It's 21 degrees in here. I'm not overheating. It's a nice breathable jacket. It doesn't get too hot when you're inside, so if you do go into a mall or something, just unzip it. You don't got to go crazy. I am wearing a t-shirt. That's all I ever do wear when I'm in this thing. You don't really need to go too crazy. It's downhill. Like I said, I've been in probably -10 so far, and I haven't felt it at all. My legs have been cold, my ears have been cold, but I have not been cold inside of this thing. And when my ears were cold, I just zipped up the hood. So I took care of that issue right there. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask me in the comments of this video. I'm pretty good with that, I'd like to think. I'll go into details, how snug it fits. I find there is a bit of room here. You could put a heavy sweater under this if you really did want, and I'm wearing the medium. It's overkill. You don't really need to do that. So it's not like it's super tight. It is slimmer, but it's because they cut down on the material in the jacket itself. They don't need that much feathers, I guess, or whatever. You know, it's not like they tightened up the material, so you still got lots of room to move around. You know, it's not too short on the sleeves. You know, it's pretty good, so I have no complaints. It is pretty expensive. It is $1,300. It's kind of painful to say. I did sell my other jacket. Got about $400 for the old one, so I put it towards this one. So it wasn't so bad. I got it from Harry Rosen. They were pretty helpful. The guy there, I forget what his name was, Michael or something like that. I got it from Yorkdale. He was pretty good. They only had this one left. I think they might have had some in blue at the Eaton Center in Toronto. So you can try that one out. The blue is also very nice. I almost got that one as well. You won't be regretting this if you do get this one. And if you don't want to get this one, you can always get a standard Chilliwack. You know, they work just as good. I was happy with that one as well. It's just, I saw this one, I liked it more, so I decided to get this one. I had fun making the video. I didn't really plan it out. Only got 2 days left here in Halifax, and I got to go home finally, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye. I had fun making the video. I didn't really plan it out. Only got 2 days left here in Halifax, and I got to go home finally, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.